Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio. We are the best in the world at what we do.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WrestlingHeads Radio. You got skits. I'm live here with Chris and Oscar. What is going on, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Man, today is a big show. I've been waiting to have this guest on the show. It's a long time coming. We got the man himself, the Evolve champion. We got AR Fox with us. What is going on, bro? Oh, hold on, shit. I think I have to unmute his ass. Hold on, sorry.
Uh-oh.
AR Fox.
Uh-oh. Yo. Am I good now?
On,
What's up?
What's going on, man? Thanks for being on the show, man.
Chilling, man. Yeah, man, no doubt. Thanks for having me, man. How you doing?
Man, we're good here. Out here in Cali's waiting for you to come back out here so we can watch you at PWG All-Star Weekend, which we'll get into a little later. But for all those fans that are not do not know who AR Fox is, AR Fox, let's take it back to the beginning.
There's people like that out there?
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding, man.
No, I was saying for all those fans that are not familiar with AR Fox, let's take it back. AR, can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, how you got into the business, who trained you? Can you?
All right. Yeah, sure, man. Well, I started training down in Atlanta at the WWE 4. Who's the head trainer there is Mr. Hughes from back in WCW, and he was also in ECW and WWF. He was Big Cat at one point. That was one of his nicknames. And, just started wrestling down there, and I was doing a few little Georgia indie shows and some stuff in Alabama. And my first, major indie was shot at CZW where me and Jonathan Gresham. I'm so used to telling this story now. I get asked this question a lot. But anyways, I guess back at this point at CZW, this guy named Matt Burns, if I'm not wrong, it was an actual talent scout, not just a booker or promoter like how most people are nowadays. He was actually he looked for people or whatever. So Jonathan Gresham, who was one of the vets at the time when I started training at this school, was getting emails from him saying that he's seen me and the Gresh working at WWE 4 and he wants to give us a shot at CZW. So we had a tryout match at CZW, but Jonathan Gresham didn't end up making it there. Two other dudes were having a trial match too, and there was going to be 2 trial matches on this show. So since my opponent wasn't there, they just threw me in their trial match. So we had all of ours at once. And I got over really well and pretty much was on, pretty much besides when I was in the country, I've been on, every CZW show since my tryout, it was 3+ years ago. So once I was overseas, they've worked with me since my tryout. So that went really well. And from there, I met Gabe Sapolsky, and that was Evolve, which introduced me to Dragon Gate. And I went to Japan. From that, this is a super quick summary. This has a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that I'm leaving out, you know what I mean? But this is just the main points, you know what I mean? But, then that went me to Dragon Gate, and then from there it was just I was rolling, and now I get booked more random places, and, just people hit me up now, often. Most of my dates are booked. I don't, I don't really, look for I don't have to look for bookings often. I'm not saying that I don't have to. I do. I search sometimes I try to fill in this weekend here, this weekend there, but like for the most part, like I just get it up now. Like it's working out. Still want to make more money, you know what I mean, and move up and keep moving up. But as far as booking goes, I'm fucking booked solid, bro, all the time. That's cool that I swear on this thing, right? Is that cool or not?
Yeah. Oh, you can say what you want, man.
Okay. Okay, cool. Because I could not swear if you need me to.
Oh, you can say whatever you want, bro.
It's uncensored,
okay,
buddy.
Cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, man. I want to go back. I want to talk about a guy who I 100% look up to. I think he's the best booker since early 2000. And it's Gabe Sapolsky. And it seems like from the start he handed you the ball, even labeling you the #1 draft pick back in the day. Can you describe what he has meant to you in your career, and how is he to work for?
Yeah, man, Gabe. Yeah, you're right, man. You're absolutely right. He put a lot of faith in me off rip, and I really appreciate that he did that, and I always express it to him now, and it's even come to the point where it's been a while now that he's been pushing me, so and I've always been saying thank you, and he's almost telling me to stop thanking him because he's given me like the stage or the ball or whatever, and I but I actually did the work, you know what I mean? Like over time, so like we got a real cool relationship, We're also cool too. It's not like one of those weird relationships with the boss where you like are like a fake person to them, sort of, you know what I mean? Or just like, oh hey, oh, so what'd you do today? Or you just run through the random bullshit questions you don't really talk to. Yeah. It's not really like that. Like we're generally cool. He's just a regular. Most people in wrestling, like from like the very bottomest fucking wrestler to the richest wrestler, are most just regular dudes, and then like that all just like wrestling. You know what I mean? So he's just a regular guy. And at the end of the day, he's like real cool, and I feel that I'm just a regular guy that just like to do fucking cool moves, and the people like that, so they react to it, which, makes me seem like a good wrestler. So, like not I mean, like, not to say that I'm not or whatever, but I mean, like, I'm just having fun at the end of the day. We're just regular people, so I don't know. I'm just fucking drifting from topic to topic. My bad, man.
I'd say no. It's sort of like you guys have somewhat something in common. You're a trendsetter in the ring, and you know what I mean. And so is he on the opposite side. So you guys have have obviously something in common. And you could see though. Like I said, he just seems like he gave you the ball. You definitely have run with it. I mean, he scored many touchdowns. So go ahead.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Oscar?
Okay, yeah. Let me ask. I want to ask you, who were what was your favorite wrestlers growing up?
Oh well, my favorite wrestler is Rob Van Dam. Like, he was always of course I like The Rock and Stone Cold. Like, that was like my era was like them guys. But like, once I came across ECW, Rob Van Dam just took over. Like, he just became my ultimate favorite, and he still is to this day. Like, so, yeah. And like watching WWF, I guess around like some around the late '90s, shit like that. ECW.
Yes, because I kind of noticed that like a lot of wrestlers, even from the WWE today, they kind of trying to wear their uniforms. Like, example, CM Punk trying to be like kind of like wears try to compare herself to Macho Man, and same with Candice LeRae. She, if you notice in her dress, she has like Macho Man stuff, and I try to figure like you out. Like, I can't really compare you to nobody. You're just yourself, so you can't be compared to nobody. You're AR Fox. You're not Stone Cold. You're not The Rock. You're just yourself. So yeah, that's what I was asking you.
Yeah,
All right,
cool.
go ahead, Skid. All right, go ahead, Skid.
Yeah, AR. You have a unique style. I want to know, like, where did you come up with your style? Like, is there like a guy that you? I mean, besides Rob Van Dam, is there any guys that you watch, like any luchador guys?
Man.
Or no?
No, not really. I just try to be different. Like, I'm just trying to just be different, man. I don't know. If somebody does, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's crazy. Like, I don't really watch anybody. Like, I try to, like, I watch wrestling all the time, like, just to watch it, like, for whatever. You know, it's hard for me to even watch regular TV. Like, I can't even watch like anything but wrestling. But like when I'm trying to like watch something to like think of something or watch something to, like study something or whatever, like I just don't even know who to watch anymore with the style that I have been doing. It's like, who the fuck can I watch now? Like, everyone is like, I don't know, I just want to predict my words wisely. Like, you know, I don't know, it's hard for me to learn anything off or find anything new. I'm all about just being new. You know, there's always like psychology, like and all that. But like right now, right now what's in wrestling is being fresh and doing new things.
Innovator.
And, doing stuff like that, you know. So like I feel like, I don't know, I'm one of like the top guys at doing that. So for me to find somebody to watch, I really can't. But there are some creative guys. If somebody pops me, like I think then they're probably obviously good, since people, you know, think it's kind of good. So I think if this person's popping me, then they're probably really good. And like there's guys that people might have heard of, like Andrew Everett. Like he's really, really sick. So I think he's like really good. And this other dude, Unbreakable Andy, like, you know, I watch some of his stuff when I'm trying to get, like, if I'm like got writer's block. I watch some Unbreakable Andy, man. So I'm telling you, like, if you look up his videos, like, you might think you got the wrong one because it might have like not many views or like look like it's in a really like maybe crappy looking building or something, which you know how indie wrestling is. Like it is, you get what you get. Like, you know, they just try to get a building. But when you see these fucking guys work, they do the most absolutely ridiculous stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I just plug these dudes for no reason out of nowhere.
Hey, Andrew Everett, he was actually in that four-way that we were talking about off air at that Dragon Gate show. He's pretty good too, man. At Everett.
Which one? No, was he?
Andrew Everett, the one at Fearless, a couple of weeks ago. He was actually. We were just talking about Andrew Everett. He was actually in that four-way that you had for the Vault title. You mentioned him, so I was just bringing him up.
No. They ended up switching it because one of the dudes left. One of the Dragon Gate guys didn't make it over from Japan because
HAG.
So the card got switched around. Yeah, that's why I was lost a little bit. Yeah, I didn't end up working with Everett that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but I was supposed to work with him, which would have been really fucking sick.
Yeah.
But instead, it was me, Mr. Touchdown.
Yeah. Strickland.
Fire Ant, I think.
And Strickland.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's who it was. It was Mr. Touchdown, I guess, was the...
Which was a great match. And you guys...
Yeah, it was fun. Did you see that?
Yeah, I was there. You did the spill right over me when you went outside. Seriously, I couldn't get the hell... There was a big dude sitting next to me. I couldn't get the hell out of the way. But, and like you said earlier, two things. It's hard. I always say on this show, it's hard to compare the greats to anybody because they're individuals. So I mean, you know, the great ones you can't compare to anybody because they're great. And I think you fall in that category. And like I said, I've been watching you for a while now, and it seems like you started really getting in the groove during your time in CZW, especially with guys like Sami Callihan. How do you feel personally that when you felt to yourself that you could do this? You could do this for a living. You could make this a career.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, yo. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's fucking insane. Like, it's like a dream come true, you know? Like, I'm not making like any type of fucking good money by no means, you know what I'm saying? But I can feel the potential of it being there, and I can feel that, hey, this is working out, or hey, I must be really actually pretty good at this shit, you know? I just came back from Chile like 2 days ago, you know what I mean? Like I don't take none of this shit for granted, you know what I mean? So it's like it's insane, you know? Like it's overwhelming, like it's crazy, man. It's big, you know? Like I don't know, man. I had a match in Chile, I was like, I don't know, it was fucking insane. Like, I was overwhelmed with emotion at the end of it, just because it was such a good match. It was like 90 degrees out there. It was beautiful weather. Like, I'm all the way in Chile just because, like, I'm doing, like, what I was doing in my backyard, like, 10 years ago for fun. Like, literally some of the same moves, like the 450 and the Swanton Bob, like, but, like, I'm flying to, like, countries that, like, honestly, some of these places that I've been flown to, I didn't even know existed or where they were on the map. Like, you know, like, I mean, I feel like why would I or why should I, you know, if I wasn't into geography. But I'm saying, like, I've been to places that I didn't even really knew existed because of, like, wrestling. And, like, you know, I always sit back and take that shit in, man. So just to know that I could probably do what I like to do for a living. Like, I don't even know. There's so many avenues to make money through wrestling, too. Not just, like, you know, like WWE obviously would be, like, the biggest one. You'd be, like, if you were a WrestleMania star, you'd be a millionaire and all that. But, like, there's so many, like, other things that, like, go, like, branch from it, too, as well. Like, other places, other countries. People make money doing, like, stuff on the internet with fucking the YouTube adverts and all that shit. Like, you see how Kevin Steen got all his shows, you know, people got all this merch, like, people's rates go up. You know, there's companies, you know, TNA, there's Ring of Honor, because, like, you know, you never know what the fuck's going to happen. Or I could be like somebody like Cole Cabana, you know, who I sort of look up to, but, like, you know, not to say that I don't think he's a fucking good wrestler, because I know he's fucking a great wrestler, but, like, I look up to him in, like, the business aspect of it, because to me, it was like he made himself a star without, like, even going to WWE. Like, before he even did any work with WWE, Cole Cabana was pretty much, like, famous almost to me, or, like, in my eyes. You know what I mean? So, like, I just, so, you know, I just want to make some money. I just want to be like that dude.
Well, and real quick, what promotion did you work for in Chile, and who'd you work?
I worked, oh, God, I wrestled for a company called Chile Lucha Libre, CLL. Okay. And I worked, there was Lindsay Dorado was actually supposed to be there too, but he didn't make it. So, it was I had a triple threat. It was a tournament. And I ended up having 2 triple threats. And the tournament was for this title I got. But I retained it successfully. I wrestled this dude, Mr. Caton, and Bunny in the first round. And I advanced with low main pain. And in the second round, in the finals of the tournament, I wrestled Baja Cerro and Red Rocket.
No.
And I won that with the 450. Yeah, but yeah, it's cool, man. They're crazy there. It's wild, man. They just do some crazy shit. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Austin.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
oh.
Continue. Go ahead. I thought you were stopped. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's cool, man. I was just saying, it's like Mexico. Like, I don't really want to say it's like a third world country, man, but
I actually saw some photos on Facebook.
Yeah. I couldn't really even put them up like that, though, like how I wanted to, because the Wi-Fi and all that, like, people don't know. Like, when you go out the country, you can't use your phone like that. You know, like, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, like it's like my trips are fun, and these are awesome, but, like, sometimes, like, you know, like, people, like, they're like, oh, you go out the country, like, but they don't know, like, a lot of bullshit happens when I go out the fucking country. Like, when I came back, like, customs is hard, like, like a fucking hard-ass part of it. And, like, you can't have no phone, too. Like, you don't fucking realize how much people use the internet and shit. It's almost like your connection to the world is taken away. Unless you have Wi-Fi.
It's freedom.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I went to Mexico and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And my phone is like somehow turned to a different device. I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah, I know. I feel you on that.
Yeah. This shit's crazy. Yeah, it sucks if you don't have Wi-Fi.
That's an understatement.
It's so crazy, right? It's like, what did people do before this shit?
Red book.
Like, what? You think about a wrestler going to Japan in like 1980 or some shit. You know what I mean? Or like 1990 or some shit. Like, what were they sending, letters or some shit?
Yeah.
That's why back in the day they would make them do 2,000 sit-ups.
Oh, that's why the young boys getting crazy.
Young boys getting tortured.
That's why they're crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Os.
Yeah, I want to go back about Mr. Hughes. I was actually trying to look up if he's still training today. I just want to ask you if he's still training, and if so...
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Strong as ever.
Yeah? Is there a way you can give out our listeners, so like, if just in case if they want to like go to the path, they want to become a professional wrestler, if they want to take that career, is there a way maybe you give the info to maybe they can hit up Mr. Hughes and hopefully maybe one day step in the ring with you?
Yeah. Look, it's just all you got to do is go to WWA4.com, and that will tell you all the info you need. The guy who runs it, because Hughes is the trainer. He don't really own it. You know what I mean? You talk to this other guy named Frank if you're interested in it, and he's a real nice guy, and they'll hook you up. They'll work with you, and like, you know, I've wrestled a bunch of places and trained with people a bunch of places, and still to this day, I'm guessing probably because it's where I started, but I would put that place over any place I've ever trained in or wrestled in. Like, I would recommend it to anyone. And it's cheap too. Like, it's cheap. It's like $900, but it's for life. Most wrestling schools are like $2,000, $3,000 for this allotted like amount of time. Like, this one I've been going, like, my first time, I could go there tomorrow and walk in and use any of the ring and equipment, and they won't say look at me twice. And I went there for the first time like 6 years ago, and I only paid them that $900 at one time. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, it's definitely the best school to fucking go to. So yeah, it's WWA4.com.
And this is actually located in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
In the trap, I'm telling you. But it'll be straight.
Yeah, so for our listeners, if you guys want to become a pro wrestler, just hit down Georgia, and I guess you just look that up, and hopefully one of these days you can get in the ring with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, then. Go ahead, Skids.
AR Fox, my next question, bro. You've been in the ring with a lot of tough guys. who was the toughest opponent you have ever had to wrestle? If you could think, if you basically can think about that on the top of your head, like who's the toughest guy you stepped in the ring with?
I don't know, because there's a lot of ways we could look at this tough. Like, what do you mean, like the stiffest, like the roughest on me, or the one who could like is toughest themselves?
Can you say it again?
Either one.
Like,
legit strong, or.
Right, I guess it don't matter because it's probably sanity for both of them.
Basically, what I mean, like you've been in the ring with guys like Sami Callihan. You've been in the ring with guys like Adam Cole. List goes on. Rich Swann, ACH. Like, who's the toughest guy you had to wrestle? Like, you can't basically.
Yeah, probably Sami Callihan, man.
Sami Callihan?
Yeah, man.
All right. I was just curious. I really never asked our guests, like, who's the toughest guys they've been in the ring with. On Monday, we had Drake Younger, and he basically said, out of all the guys that he knows that's the hardest worker, no bullshit, he said, watching you grow up, he would say that you work your ass off. So that's what Drake said on Monday. So Drake basically praised you here on our show this past Monday. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. I didn't say that because I was sort of just taking that in for a sec. But yeah, man, that's what's up, yo. He's a fucking great guy, man. He's the fucking most positive guy I fucking ever met in my life, and I've seen he's fucking come a long way himself too, you know. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I appreciate that. You know, he said that. You know, I don't take shit for granted, bro. I don't got no type of ego or nothing at all, man. I just like to wrestle and do cool shit. I don't give a fuck about nothing else, really. You know, and I just want to make some money with it. Like, that's about it. But I really don't got time for no type of bullshit or no type of ego or no type of anything that's not about having fun wrestling.
I feel you, man. Me and you were actually talking before we went on air. You said you'll be part of CZW's big show on December 14th, and you got added on the show. Who's your opponent?
Oh man, I don't know them all off the top of my head. I don't have it's Caleb Conley, Chris Dickinson. He's a tough guy too. I was thinking of him too when you asked me who's toughest. But yeah, it's Caleb Conley, Chris Dickinson. I think Andrew Everett and Chuck Taylor. I don't know, just a bunch of random people in this match. So yeah, I don't know.
And it's a cage match, right?
No, this is not in the cage. See, the show is titled Cage Death. I mean, I know you fucking know how it works, but yeah, the show's titled Cage of Death, but only the main event match is in the actual Cage of Death. And there's one intermission, and during that intermission, they set up the Cage of Death, which is right after the semi-main. They set up Cage of Death during the intermission, and then they have Cage of Death. But they might have.
Is it Latin Dragon in there?
No.
Latin Dragon and Taylor.
Oh yeah, they're in my match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some other motherfuckers in the cage though.
Dickinson, I think Taylor, Latin Dragon, and I'm trying to remember the other one. I think Andrew Everett.
Yeah.
Yeah. So December 14th, ladies and gentlemen, CZW, Cage Death, iPay-per-view. Make sure you guys watch that. You got AR Fox here. He'll be in a big match up there. Also, you know, Chris Harrow will be returning to CZW. But also in December, what I'm looking forward to is this match is going to be ridiculous, crazy. It's going to be nuts. I'm going to be in the building, me and Oscar, Friday,
the world's
December 20th.
Gonna explode. I already know what you're talking about.
AR Fox. AR Fox, Ricochet, and Rich Swann all night long, high flying on the Bucks and Kevin Steen. I cannot wait. That's night one. What are the opener? What can we expect that night at PWG All-Star Weekend, night one? On December.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we could do next, but whatever. We're gonna see. I got a few ideas floating around, man.
I know this.
Like, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to see what I could do next, but I don't know. I'm working on the 6:30. I don't know, man. I don't know. It shit don't really work for me though. But I'm trying. Maybe I could do it as a dive or something, but I don't know, man. But
it's just gonna be crazy.
There'll be something.
You and Ricochet and Rich Swann as a team, wow. That's all I can say. Three of the best high flyers in the game, hands down. You also got night two is you and Rich Swann going against Eddie Edwards and Roderick Strong, which should be a great tag team match. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man, that should be good too, man. Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So for all those indie fans out there, come on down to California. You got All-Star Weekend. Come check out AR Fox, Rich Swann, and Ricochet go against Kevin Steen and the Young Bucks. And night two, come catch him and Rich Swann go against Eddie Edwards and Roderick Strong. Looking forward to it.
And Chris Hero's going to be on those too, right?
Yes, Chris Hero will be on both nights. So, yeah. Speaking of Chris Hero,
wrestling.
I want to ask you a question. What are your thoughts of seeing Chris Hero come back to the indie scene?
It's cool, man. You know, I don't know. That's kind of a rough question, because I guess it's sort of not cool, because I guess you want to be in the WWE, or I don't really know, because I don't really read or anything or know what the fuck will really happen or anything, but I don't know. I thought it was a bad thing if you left there, so I mean, I'm happy he's on the indie scene, but at the same time, fucked up that he had to go or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But he's the fucking, you want to know a story? I sort of left this out of my little fast summary of my career earlier. He was the one who hooked me up with Gabe Sapolsky, was Chris Hero, because he was at a CZW show, and I guess he was checking out the matches or whatever, and he seen me, and he thought I was good, I guess, or he thought Gabe would like me, I should say, and he asked me if I knew who Gabe was, or whatever. He asked me if I had an email address, and I gave him my email address, and the next day I had an email from Gabe Sapolsky, and then I did my first Evolve.
Well, thank you, Chris Hero. If Chris Hero did not... Thank you, Chris Hero, for letting Gabe know about AR Fox. So we can watch AR Fox high fly and put on some great matches.
Yeah, I think a few other people were gonna tell Gabe about me too, but I was already working with Gabe, but I had just only started one or two shows with Gabe, but I think maybe Colt or maybe Jimmy Jacobs would see me work and then was like, hey man, do you know Gabe? And I was like, yeah man, I already got hooked up with him. But it's only after my first time working with Gabe, but I was already hooked up with him. And I think maybe Colt too, or it's either one or the other. But so yeah. But Chris Hero mainly hook that shit up for me, and so I always got to put him over when I tell my story.
That's what's up, man. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, and to go back to what about a tough guy that you faced. Definitely a guy who was definitely not said that I saw you in Deer Park, New York, Uprising 2011 was Akira Tozawa versus yourself.
Yeah.
It's another tough day that I definitely saw you wrestle. I'm going to ask a question about DJ USA and Evolve. And I think Dragon Gate USA and Evolve is such a great product. I mean, is it even a goal, a possibility to even get a TV deal to showcase the great booking and talent that is there? Or is the current format just how it's going to be?
See, honestly, I have no idea about nothing like that. Like, you know, I don't know about nothing like that. Like,
because it just seems like the talent there is so, like, over the top, like, larger in life, and also, like, I think it would even come across, because on TV it would just be a no-brainer. I just don't know if Gabe has ever been into that, or even if that's on the horizon.
Yeah, I mean, that would really be up to Gabe and his people. That I don't know, you know. I don't know, you know. I'm not in that, you know. I don't talk about that area. We just talk about like what I'm gonna do and like what's my role in the show. Like, but I don't really know like on the production anything about anything that goes on over there or what the fuck their plans are. Even in small talk, like it's not even something that really comes across. And maybe that's probably because there's no plans of it, probably. But I'm not sure, honest.
You know, then one more question: is that Brooklyn, the Lyceum? Is that going to be like the current, like,
the
is that going to be the current? Yeah.
Yeah,
is that going to be the place for good? Okay,
yeah, that's the new arena, man. That's the Evolve Arena.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's just want to make sure if that's the place that's they're always going to be at.
No, it wasn't officially, man. I just named it that, though. It is officially now, though.
The Evolve Arena. I like it. I like it. It's definitely a different building. It's definitely a different type of building. I know that.
Yeah, man. It's a bathhouse.
Yeah.
That's what it was back in the day. It was a place where people went to take public baths. Like, that's what it was. I looked at the sign at the very top. If you stand back and look at it, it's written on the top in like them old Roman letters where the U's look like V's.
Yeah.
It says this bathhouse.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I've been to a lot of places, and that place, and I walked in, I was like, wow,
to me,
that's
shit's
great.
The funniest thing.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Hey,
good.
Real quick, I'm sorry to cut you off, Oscar. AR Fox, I have a question. Why are you the only wrestler that does not have a Twitter that I know?
I don't know, man.
Just curious.
I'm not into. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really into technology and shit like that. Like I just got to Facebook and like that's enough for me. I don't know. I don't really do. I don't know. I'm in like. I mean, I guess it is for wrestling. Like, besides like the Twitter thing, but just like in regular life, like I'm in a wrestling bubble and like since I got the like, and I'm not really into like. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm simple.
The reason
man.
why I asked because I know a lot of guys promote their shows on their Twitters and stuff, and I was just curious, you know. The only guy that I'm a big fan of, you know, is AR Fox, and he doesn't have a Twitter. I'm about to ask him this one of these days when I get to talk to him. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I just feel like if everybody who's on the Twitter is probably on the same motherfucker's Facebook anyway.
Yeah.
And he's probably on his Instagram too, like, you know, so I think I'll probably like just get the next gimmick that comes out.
Yeah.
The next
speak like the next gimmick will be actually talking to each other face to face. That will be the next gimmick. It'll be retro.
Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, I just want to ask him. I know you did a lot in your career. Like, you won a couple of titles from CCW, and you're currently the Evolve champion. Is there anything that you haven't yet accomplished yet that you want to accomplish?
My bad, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to say, and I'm the Chili champion too.
Yeah, and as I'm saying, but you've done a lot in your career. I'm trying to say, like, is there anything you want?
I know. I'm fucking with you, man. I'm being.
DLL.
I know. I'm saying jokes, but it's not even. I don't know. It's just silly. But I don't know, man. I'd like to go. I don't know. Maybe one of them like the Super Junior tournament for New Japan would be cool. That would be a goal, or I don't know. This might sound cheesy, but maybe like the X Division title or some shit like that.
Oh, that'd be freaking sweet.
I don't know. Like I don't know. There's no more fucking ECW, so what can I want? You know what I mean? Like that's what I would want is like the TV title at ECW. Like that if it was still around. So other than that, like I don't know, the Super Juniors, or the X Division title or some shit like that. Like, because I think that's what's the next closest thing to that.
Yeah, if TNA ever brought back they had Destination X and that pay-per-view again, and they want to call you up, that'd be freaking awesome. I'll pay to see that.
Yeah, that shit would be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
TNA AR Fox, damn it. My next question is, if you were a professional wrestler today, what would be your profession? Is there something else that you want to do before you want to be a wrestler?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, not really. I guess I would, but if I can't really say I wanted to do anything else. But if I wasn't a wrestler, I'd probably do something with my body, something like gymnastics or something, or be a personal trainer or some shit. I'm really into the body and fucking athletics and shit like that. Like I don't know, I like testing the body, pushing the body to its limits and shit. Even though I'm not fucking the biggest guy, because that's not my goal, I want to be the most athletic guy, sort of. To look good is a big thing, and a big plus, but just to be athletic is even more important, to actually work out doing some shit as opposed to working out with weights. That's what I'm into.
Yeah, that's dope. Honestly, I didn't think you would say. I thought you were going to say you would like to be a basketball player because you look like you play ball a lot. So for some reason, every time when I see you at the PWG shows, you got the J's on. So.
Yeah, no, man, I don't even play ball like that for real, man. I just fuck around and play. I just shoot around and play around a little bit. The only thing I really do is wrestling, man. This shit's crazy.
That's what's up.
It was
6:30.
Nah, niggas don't even know though, man. I got the shit tatted on me, bro. That shit was driving me insane for one point in my life. For real, I had a wrestling I OD'd on it, legit. It's over a week's time. I had to I realized it. I don't know. I keep riding off topic, man. I'm just.
That's cool, Aaron. You good, bro?
honestly, because I'm real quiet, like, in person. You've met me before. I don't fucking talk this much.
Yeah,
you know, I'm quiet as hell. I don't talk. I'm not, even when after the show you see me, like, I don't mingle. I don't.
You know what? At the PWG show, sometimes, like, after the show, I see you, like, in the corner by yourself and shit.
Yeah,
I
just be smoking.
Yeah.
That's all I do, is I just be chilling. I don't even be with nobody, you know. So
good,
I'm
man.
trying to. So I'm
Nothing
like,
wrong with that, man.
I'm trying to, like, talk a lot, so I'm not quiet and boring. So I'm like trying to be nice, you know.
No. He's observing, man. He's observing.
Yeah, AR, like, I remember when we were at the PWG show, I was surprised that you had approached me. You was like, that was you that hit me up on Facebook, you know, because I noticed that you're always quiet. I was like, I'm going to leave AR Fox alone. He over there doing his thing. And then you approached me. I was like, oh, okay. But, yeah, AR.
Yeah, because I knew you had wrote me on Facebook and I didn't respond, and I know you could see that I fucking seen the shit, and I see you in person. It's I fucking have to say something now, you know what I mean? And I knew, you know, you didn't say shit, so I had to say something like, "Hey, man, I seen your message. I was just busy, you know."
Yeah, definitely, man.
Hey,
AR, you have any T-shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees you want to plug, or Facebooks and stuff like that?
No, I don't. I think they don't want to fuck with me because I don't got a Twitter, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on,
so.
Pro Wrestling Tees. Come on, Pro Wrestling Tees. This is fucking AR Fox here, damn it.
But I got shit on this other shit called Gimmick Wrestling Tees.
All right, you want to plug that?
Yeah, I think I just did. I think that's what it is. GimmickWrestlingTees.com. I think so. Yeah, but I got them too. So if you could just hit me up on Facebook, because I got tons of them on deck. So they could just write me or ask me.
Yeah, definitely, man. Make sure y'all add AR Fox if y'all want a T-shirt. Just look them up, AR Fox, and just add them. Get a T-shirt. Support them.
But that gimmick wrestling tees, I'm sure some of your fans probably know who they are. They make some pretty decent shirts, some pretty popular shirts that are out right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna check that out as soon as possible. But yeah, AR.
You ever see that Everett shirt?
Which one?
The Future Endeavor.
I haven't. I've seen one of your shirts on there. I think it was
No.
I haven't seen that shirt.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know, yeah. It's all good, man. I'm talking about some other I'm talking about one of Gimmick's wrestling T-shirts.
I've seen that on the website. I've seen that on the website. It's pretty cool.
I'll definitely look it up, and next time I see you, we'll, conversate about it. So.
Cool.
But yeah, AR, man, we'll definitely see you soon at the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla All-Star Weekend. Make sure fans, make sure you watch the iPay-per-view, CZW, on December 14th. We want to thank AR Fox for being with us, and we'll see you soon, bro. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Thank you.
All right, bro.
Cheers.
All right, take care.
AR Fox, ladies and gentlemen. Man, good show there. Good guess. Man, I swear, I'm happy we got AR Fox on the show. It's like I said, if AR Fox never approached me, he probably would never be on WH Radio today. But
yeah, I witnessed that whole thing too. There's no lie. That is no lie.
Definitely good story though that he told us. But we'll be right back, and then ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna finish the show up. We got David Jackson from Wrestling Cares coming up next.
I'm sorry I don't have anything really cool to say like the other guys, but you're listening to Wrestling Heads Radio, and this is Candice LeRae. Mwah.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling. Discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indy Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and Wrestling Heads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready?
Yes. Welcome back to Wrestling Heads Radio. You got Skids, you got Chris and Oscar. And you listen to Wrestling Heads Radio. Make sure you guys tweet us up at Wrestling Heads. Call us up 760-454-1107. Hashtag WH Radio. Why don't you guys join in on the show with us? We're going to actually call up Wrestling Care's own David Jackson right now to talk about Wrestling Cares. So let's call him up, guys.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
We'll get him in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's aware. He's just aware because he did retweet it and all that stuff, so he should be aware. So.
Why don't you text him, Oscar, and let him know that was us that called.
I know. That's what I'm going to do right now.
But yeah, man. We'll be getting into some talk later, some WWE talk, some TNA, NXT, Ring of Honor talk a little later. But what's going on, Chris?
Nothing. What's going on?
How do you like that website, that Wrestling Heads website?
WrestlingHeads.com, ladies and gentlemen, is back, baby. Check this shit out. It's all to say. We got some big things going on for WrestlingHeads.com. We got blogs up by Mr. ROH Code himself, Mr. Chris. You want to talk about your blogs that you have up at the moment?
Well, let's see. What I've been doing lately is just doing results of different types of shows that not a lot of people get to watch, or you know what I mean. I'm just trying to push other promotions besides what's just in the United States and what's on your TV, but I'm stuff that's great as well. And plus, I have something I'm going to do reoccurring. It's not really a top 10 because sometimes 10 is not enough. I'm going to do like a dozen. It's called The Dozen, and I'm going to pick 12 wrestlers from either a region or one promotion. And not going to do WWE and TNA because that's going to be done obviously on other parts of the website. So I'm just going to do stuff that people don't do. That's my goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of like AR. Try to be a trendsetter. Try to be innovator. And if it doesn't work, then I'll crash and burn. I'm sure it's the way he feels too.
Oh shit! And also starting next week on WrestlingHeads.com, we'll have the WH Top 10. That will be up there. Everybody is gonna have their top 10. At the moment, it's gonna be me, Chris, and Oscar. We'll have our top 10 guys of the week who we think is our top 10, and we'll probably have comments under the wrestler's name on why we think that person should be number whatever, 1, 2, 3, and there's also a comment box on each post that we post on WrestlingHeads.com. Like if somebody wants to comment on one of my top 10 guys, they can go for it. They want to comment on Oscars
and that's what we want. We want feedback. We want why we do. That's why we're doing this website. And like I said, what I was saying about what I'm doing is, and I even wrote this on the blog. I mean, back in the day, on the blog, I grew up reading these wrestling magazines, and this was before internet. And the greatest thing in the world was flipping back to the end of a Pro Wrestling Illustrated and look at rankings. I mean, and that's how sometimes you were introduced to a wrestler, who was number 10 in some obscure promotion, and you're like, wow, this dude, and you would read up on it. So that's my goal, to sort of like maybe I can introduce somebody to somebody that becomes their favorite wrestler. I mean, I'm not trying to blow myself up, like, but you know what I mean? If I could help someone out a little bit, man, that's my goal. Fuck. Plus, I get to watch wrestling.
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
definitely looking forward to.
Hey, you know what? You should tell everybody about our Body Slam Awards. You said you had some votes already coming in already, right?
Yeah, the 3rd annual Body Slam Awards is back. Voting is now starting. So if you want to vote, you can either email us at WrestlingHeads@gmail.com. So you can put your votes there, or you can tweet us your votes, or you can Facebook your votes. I can give you guys the categories right now, which we will probably discuss and probably pick our winners right now, even though we want our listeners and our followers to get involved with this. So I'm going to go ahead and give out the categories right now. Of course, we got the Wrestler of the Year, male and female, Tag Team of the Year, NXT Wrestler of the Year, Stable of the Year, Pay-Per-View of the Year, Match of the Year, Promotion of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved, Combat Wrestler of the Year, Face and Heel of the Year, Champion of the Year, Independent Promotion of the Year, Independent Wrestler of the Year, Best on the Mic of the Year, and the Best Wrestling Heads Radio Guest of the Year. So, lots of categories. You know what we should do?
Yeah.
If you guys want, we can just go down that category and make our picks right now. I know the year's over, but
I thought the picks would just be for the followers, the ones that are following us.
That's yeah, I thought it was just them.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
I don't want to influence anybody. I mean, we just started it tonight, right? So
how about this? We could just not say vote, but in our opinions, we could go with that, but not like it doesn't count as a vote. You get me?
Oh no, it's not a vote. Just opinion.
Yeah. All right.
But this past Raw, I wasn't. This past Monday show, I didn't get to join you guys. I actually joined you guys for one question. And all I have to say, I know we always talk about this guy at our boxer and how they should release him, but Bad News Barrett, I like it so far. And if it gets more heat and they start using them, they could probably do something with this. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I didn't really get to listen to see how you guys felt about Bad News Barrett's gimmick. Can it go over? Do you think it can get heat? What do you guys think?
I think he could probably get some heat. Just that right now it seems annoying. Like he comes in during after a commercial and talks about your people are just fat, or next thing you're gonna say, the next bad news is the economy is getting worse. So okay, so I don't know if that's gonna annoy me or. It's
a Saturday Night Live character. It's a Saturday Night Live character and I remember there was a girl that used to do that. It was Bad News, whatever her name was. It's the same thing. That's all. I think it's a ripoff. To tell you the truth, I don't know. Look it up. I think it was Rachel Drake on Saturday Night Live. They're copying the gimmick. Same thing.
At the moment, I just like it. At the moment. I want to see what it does next week. But for a debut of Barrett's first gimmick, his new gimmick, I actually liked it. But we'll see what happens with that. Shit. Honestly, I didn't really get to finish all of Raw. If you guys want to go ahead and...
Well, we already kind of discussed on the Monday show. We we mostly talked about the Intercontinental title situation. It looks like it's going to get going back to the ways we wanted to happen for the Intercontinental. Like example, like how how they just add a pay-per-view. Let's just put it this way. You know how they added the Intercontinental pay-per-view? Title match in the pay-per-view, the Raw before the pay-per-view. Now it looks like they're having a feud for it. And I already asked Chris this question. I'm going to ask you this question now, Skits. When was the last time you remember there was a feud for the a number one contender title match, Intercontinental title match, number one contender match for the Intercontinental title? When was the last time you remember that kind of match?
I know they haven't pushed it super early, but they have had number one contender title matches, probably for Curtis Axel or some bullshit. But they didn't push the fucking storyline. That's all I know. That I can remember.
Yeah, they have to do it. They have to do it because usually they have a WWE World Title match, and then usually they have a World Heavyweight Title match, a separate match. But now that you're having two world champions fight each other, there's an open space. So some title had to be pushed up. The question is it going to be pushed up beyond this pay-per-view? That's the question. You know what I mean? So they have no fucking time for it. So hopefully they allow these titles to get unified. It would probably help out a little bit and be less confusion. And then on top of it, the great championship that the IC title is could be raised up a bit, like Oscar's saying, and like everyone else that you talk to in lines at professional wrestling events want. And hopefully, to fucking Christ, WWE is listening, Less confusion for the world titles, and fucking we want an IC title to be relevant again, basically. That's what Oscar's saying. That's what you want.
I'm with him on that.
Yeah.
I'm with him on that.
And here it is. Now that everyone's like, you need more time. You need more time for these wrestlers to get, time on television. Well, what better way is to eliminate a major title? Eliminate that World Heavyweight title. Shit, that would be like 20, 30 minutes a fucking week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The title doesn't exist. So you don't have to see Alberto Del Rio defend it for a year. You know
what? I actually heard that. And so I don't think it was it you guys that said that? That he, if you want to look back, Del Rio did put that title on the line the whole year and did a damn good job, I think.
I don't never looked at the date that he held it. I don't know. I don't remember talking about it. I just
seemed like he held it the whole year.
Yeah, a long time.
And I think he did a damn good job as a champ. I don't know if nobody would agree.
He's a great wrestler.
I think nobody gives him credit that he deserves. I don't think the guy gets credit. Yeah, he doesn't get the credit though. That's the thing.
Well, fuck him. Fuck those people. Don't give him credit. Who the fuck are they? What do they do for a living? I think he's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Oscar agrees.
I'm with you.
I remember in the summer when I remember in the summer we were talking about when they were flip-flopping him, because WWE loves to fucking do that. And I remember saying, just leave him the fuck alone and let it fester and let his character grow into, because he was acting more fucking heelish. Just leave him the fuck alone and he'll get fucking results. And they left him alone. And he fucking produced. You know what I mean? And they rewarded him with the long fucking title reign. He deserved it. He certainly don't deserve to get pinned by fucking Hunico Sin Cara. I didn't understand what the fuck that was all about.
Yeah, honestly, nobody gives a shit about Sin Cara.
But my fucking point is, Skits, he didn't fucking deserve to get pinned by him. I know that after the fucking year he just put on the fucking table.
I don't give a shit if it's Unco or Primo, whoever the fuck it is. Nobody.
I don't give a fuck if it's my grandmother. He shouldn't have been got fucking pinned.
I'm with you, dude.
You know what? I just think they did that just to rub it on the real Sin Cara's face because they're not gonna let him go, and there's a lot of heat on him. So that's why, and they're gonna continue on with the Sin Cara character this time as go play him. So that's pretty much.
They shouldn't. Fuck Sin Cara, the character. Period.
He's been fucking terrible since he fucking jumped over the fucking top rope the first time. Listen, I'm sorry. If I want to watch wrestling in the fucking dark, I'll turn my TV off. don't want to watch a fucking match with dim lights. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just light candles. I mean, what the fuck?
Nobody gives a shit about Sin Cara's character. The fucking character Sin Cara is the most horrible character they've made in this decade.
He was overrated in Mexico, and he sucks now.
No, in Mexico he was not overrated. He
fucking was terrible. Do you remember?
Me and Oscar had this conversation.
In Mexico, hell no.
Oscar,
Mexico, no way.
No, wait, listen, dude. I watched every fucking... I actually have a fucking best of fucking him down in Mexico. Do you remember one match he had down there or a promo? I fucking don't. I'll fucking erase that DVD right now.
That hardcore match when he had that... I forgot who he wrestled against, but he had that mask... half of his mask ripped off with blood all over his face. You remember? I forgot who he wrestled against, but that was a pretty good match.
Well, you forgot who you're against, so it's not official. You don't remember a match. So there you go. I stand.
I think,
yeah, because it was Lucha Libre shit.
I remember when peep this out. I know this is probably irrelevant or whatever. Me, Oscar, and a mysterious Mexican went to the SummerSlam Access bullshit. They ran straight to fucking Sin Cara's line. What the fuck? That's hard to say.
Listen, Sam Del Sol is a million fucking times better than him. A million fucking times. I don't give a fuck what anyone fucking says, because it doesn't matter. I'm just letting you know he is better, and they're going to fucking run with him, and he's going to produce more than fucking Sin Cara. No doubt.
Well,
turn on the lights.
See, I read the reports about Del Sol going straight to the main roster. He's not even going to be in NXT. I mean, I like Del Sol as well, but just that I just don't want. I just hope they don't do what they did to Sin Cara. You know, like they that's what they did to him. They made a mistake. They just did not put him in development. And because his style wrestling is it's not WWE style. He did not learn how to develop. He should have developed in a SCW, whatever the time it was, but he didn't do it.
If they're going to put him on the roster, if they're going to put him on the main roster like lickety split, then he don't need to be down there. They're not just going to throw a guy to the wolves. But if they learn for what the fuck they just did with Sin Cara, and they put fucking Samurai Del Sol in the same situation as him, then they didn't learn nothing, and they have no fucking business being in the business. So they do something completely different. You know what I mean? How about keep the lights on and let's see the motherfucker wrestle? Be awesome. You know what I mean? How about, I don't know, put him in with his fucking size for a fucking couple months so we could fucking see some fucking two young dudes in action. You know what I mean? Back in the day in fucking ECW, they would put two fucking guys. I remember they put Justin Cole and fucking, what was it, Jerry Lynn. They fucking fought 12 fucking times in fucking 3 months. How about fucking like a best of 7? I don't know, anything. Let's see these guys in action.
Yeah.
Not gimmick bullshit, jumping off trampolines over the top rope with lights out. I don't want to see that shit. Fucking wrestling, right?
Well, he wasn't doing that shit in Mexico. They just gave him that. But I'm just saying his style of wrestling was it's not like WWE style wrestling. So that's why I was shocked to hear at first that they're going to put him straight to the main roster. I was like, oh, okay, and see what happens. And look what happened.
Hey,
it didn't work. Del Sol will. Well,
maybe
Sol
they are putting a cruiserweight.
Like his.
Maybe.
No, I'm saying if Del Sol. No, I'm just trying to say that I just think that with Del Sol, I don't know, they're kind of taking a risk here, and at the same time, WWE is just desperate. They're looking for a guy to replace Rey Mysterio, the luchador guy the little kids will like.
According to what I read earlier,
Mexico's a big market.
Full time.
Well, listen, Mexico's a big market. You know, Latin America, that's a big market. So, of course, they want to capitalize that. But has anyone even pondered this thought? Maybe fucking they get rid of the World Heavyweight title, push up the IC title. Maybe they're just making room. Maybe, because the network's coming, and this fucking rumor that the network's coming, there was also a rumor tagged along with it that there was going to be a cruiserweight title. Maybe they're fucking get rid of one title and add another. And they're bringing up these young cats, these smaller cats. Maybe they're fucking making a spot for a cruiserweight. You know what I mean? Fuck yes, Samurai Del Sol is out the main roster instantly.
Well, if they're going to bring back the cruiserweight title, I'm fine with it. Like, if that rumor I heard a few years ago, whenever the damn network's going to launch, they're going to have that cruiserweight show. If that's still in their mind, I'm up for it. But like I said, if they're gonna put him in the main roster, I mean, on Raw, SmackDown, I'm iffy on that. But let's just see.
He needs to be on SmackDown.
Let's just see what happens.
If he cannot be on Raw right now, they got to put him on SmackDown, more or less. But it all comes down to this. The same thing with Sin Cara. They fucked up with how they put him on television. They didn't produce his character right.
Yeah,
it was fucking. I mean, I agree with you. It was stupid. So they cannot fuck up twice with two talents. I'm not saying, okay, I take it back. Sin Cara's not the worst wrestler in the world. But my point is, you can't fucking fuck it up in the first 5 minutes, which they did with Sin Cara, and they did. If they don't do this right, then they need to fucking just stop with mass wrestlers because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? Rey Mysterio was Rey Mysterio because he's fucking awesome. You know, back in the day, people forget how good he was when he was younger. You know, now they see a fucking guy who's old, who's fucking hobbling, who's got bad knees. The motherfucker did a lot of shit in his life. I mean, fuck, he was doing shit in AAA at 15. You know, I don't know if you guys seen some of that shit when he was younger. I mean, it was fucking, him and Psychosis was fucking, it was nuts. Fuck yeah, his knees are hurting. You know, bigger. You know, juice don't help you either. You know? So, I mean, it's going to be hard to replace Ray. I mean Samurai Del could be the best wrestler ever, but it's going to be hard to fucking take his fucking shoes. Or fill his shoes. The question is, who else? Is there another fucking wrestler from Mexico that's even beyond Del Sol? Is there even another guy that could possibly come up in the future? I mean, they're searching. They're trying.
Yeah, they're really searching. It's really hard to find that guy from Mexico to bring in right now. I mean, I understand why they signed Del Sol. I mean, he's pretty good. I like Del Sol a lot. I really do. But they got to bring him up the right way. You have to do it. If they're really looking for that replacement,
so you're saying what you're saying is that
in WWE in 5 years.
So what you're saying is the right way is to go to NXT first.
Yes, that's basically what it is. I'm trying to say because.
So why do you think everybody has to go to NXT first? Because let me ask you another question. With the rumors going around about Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards signing to the WWE. Do you think they need to go to
Well, they don't really, because they're not really developing a new character. They're just themselves.
They do have new characters. They have new
names. Yeah, they got new names. That's it. Generico's in NXT because he's developing Sami Zayn. You know, Brock is in there because he's developing as Adrian Nimble. So basically, those guys they're going to just probably be in the main roster.
That's basically the same thing with Eddie Edwards. That's basically the same thing with Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards would be. New name, new tag team name.
I don't think people, and we talked about this Monday, Skits, I don't think people realize how different it is to come from an indie promotion and go to WWE TV. They're not going to fucking hone their skills and fucking learn, you know. They're also learning to do a television show. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just talked about this. They're so used to going fucking 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and 40 minutes and no selling everything. They'll get pile drived off the fucking balcony on fucking face and kick out on one in the indies. And WWE's just fucking reprogramming these guys to put in their in 6 minutes. That's all it is. It's just transforming them into a WWE style. And the longer it takes them to fucking change is how long they stay in NXT. That's all that is down there. They're basically, it's like film. It's like going to actor school, but like acting in front of a camera like Brad Pitt, but like getting your shit in a certain amount of fucking time. When to look at the camera, use the camera to fucking enhance your fucking character. You know, shit like that. Do promos. I mean, that's all like acting skills down there, man. Of course, getting in the ring too, but they already know that shit. You know, but instead of doing a 40-minute match, they got to do a fucking 7-minute match. I mean, they got to fucking get programmed. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
I was just trying to see where Oscar's mindset was, because he said, you know, Pac needs to go to development, but Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards didn't. I didn't understand that.
Well, the problem with Pac is Pac can't do a promo. Pac can't do a promo. That's his problem. He's a video.
I know
but
that.
His biggest fucking problem is he can't talk. He can't talk, and that's probably one of the reasons why he's down there. His wrestling is fucking fantastic. If there was a wrestling promotion that didn't want people to talk, he's going to be the world champion for 5 years. But unfortunately, he can't cut a promo. He can't. That's his problem. So, unless he's going to be the strong silent type, I don't see him coming up anytime soon. You know,
hopefully they put him in a tag team and they have his tag partner do the talking, which he's already in the tag team.
I'd love it. I would want. Like Benoit back in the day. He didn't do a lot of talking. Motherfucker just sat there and rubbed his hands. I love that shit. I'm not saying me. I'd have Pac up there tomorrow. You know what I mean? Let his fucking moves do the talking. But that's not how it works there. They're a $1 billion company. They want to make action figures of them and fucking, you know what I mean? They can't really figure out what to do with Cesaro. They're finally getting Cesaro, you know, over. I guess with them, he's already over with everyone that I know. You know what I mean? But who knows? I don't know.
I don't know if you guys are down, but I know who the new TNA champion is.
Wait, what?
I know who the new TNA champion is. You want me to spoil the shit or what?
I know who it is. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I read that shit.
No, Oscar, he'll be pissed.
Who?
Oscar.
Yeah, I don't like spoilers.
All right, scream real loud. Magnus.
The hell?
Anywho, it's Peter Avalon. He's the new.
Peter Avalon is our next. Is the new TNA champ.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Fuck it, I'm taking over right now for 2 seconds. I'm gonna fucking predict. Here's my prediction: Dewey and fucking Avalon are gonna be the fucking TNA tag champs. I'm telling you.
I actually was talking to Peter.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Chris? I told Peter Avalon that he was just like he was laughing. So he's like, I'm not gonna guarantee you anything. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, me and I both were talking to Peter, and we were like, I see next TNA champs. He said, I don't know, we'll see. That's what he said.
Well, I'm fucking saying, and Oscar, you know I've been saying it for a while. Them motherfuckers are over as over gets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care.
And he's still kind of denying that he signed a contract. And it's funny that at AWS on Saturday, him and Bray lost the AWS tag team belts.
There you go. There you go. And guess what? For a guy who hasn't signed a contract, that motherfucker seems to make it to TV every week. So, hey, I hope he did. And I hope nothing but success. But
he said he's about to fly out again. So
we are good. Good.
So, yeah, Peter Avalon will be on TNA a little more. So look out for that. Ladies and gentlemen, who's looking forward for us talking to David Jackson, we're working on that right now. So kick back and relax. We get David Jackson on the show. Talk Wrestling Cares. Wrestling Heads will be there this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. We got the Final Four.
No, go. Keep on. Sorry about that.
So you get the Final Four. You got Adam Cole, the PWG and Ring of Honor champion, and maybe your next Wrestling Cares champion for the rings. They're getting a fucking ring. How fucking cool is that?
That's what those guys are killing for, is a damn ring. That's why I like this damn Wrestling Cares promotion or whatever, because it's just like I said, it reminded me of WCW back in the day. Like almost all their titles meant something. And you got guys having number one contender matches or tournaments just to get a title shot in WCW, and right here they're all just having a tournament just to win a freaking ring, you know. And not only that, it's like their own gimmick. You have 10 minutes, and whoever gets the most falls wins that shit. So
I have one question. When they finally crown the champ, now I remember he was on the show, but I don't remember the answer. Will it be defended, or they're just going to have another champion every year? So it's sort of like in NBA, when you win a title, you could get fucking 7 rings. I mean,
that's one of the ones I was going to ask him when if he was now. That's one of the questions I was going to ask him, because I heard this rumor going around that he's planning to do a tag team tournament next year. So from singles, then he's going to have a tag team tournament. And I was hoping maybe you bring the Young Bucks in there, if that thing is true.
And then I would have definitely asked them, well, then on your tag team tournament, is your Wrestling Cares ring champion going to be on the card as well, defending that ring? Or is just, you know what I'm saying? Or is this just a tournament and that's it? And then next year there'll be a fucking another guy who could, win the ring. And you know what I mean? You could possibly have a guy who wins 2 rings. You know what I mean? I just want to know what the format is in Crown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
which either way is cool. Either way is cool. I just want to know.
Yeah, I'm predicting it's going to be tag team because Scorpio Sky and Ryan Taylor are actually tagging up, and they're going to go against the Hooligans. Forever Hooligans is going to be there. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, let me go back to the Final Four, Brothers fans. I want to know. You got Adam Cole, you got Johnny Gargano, you got the Greek God, Papa, and you got Stephen Anthony. I said his last name now. Stephen Anthony. Yeah, Stephen Anthony. So be able to look up. Final Four is going to be big. The winners of those 2 Final Fours will go on to the next show in January. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be big. But with these tag teams there, which is rare to have tag teams at Wrestling Cares, it's kind of telling us, we got a tag team one coming up soon.
No doubt. No doubt.
And looks like Scorpio Sky and Ryan Taylor will be representing AWS. Because AWS is promoting it at their last show, so. Shelly Martinez.
And the Hooligans are representing what? PWG?
No, probably fucking. That's a good question. I was gonna say probably New Japan Pro Wrestling. Never know.
What was the question? What was the question?
What promotion are they representing?
Ring of Honor or Japan or New Japan? I don't know. I know they're in both. They're freelancers. They're everywhere. You know what I mean? They're fucking everywhere. They're just workers. They're representing themselves. They're everywhere. Talk about comeback. I mean, they were quietly on the scene. Not that many people fucking even mentioned them, and then all of a sudden they fucking just broke. It was not PWG. It was a couple of months before PWG. They get a little bit of rumblings. I mean, they had a major comeback this year. I mean, definitely Rocky, So they should be on that list.
Yeah, definitely top 5 tag teams, and definitely on my top 5 for tag teams.
I mean, shit. Yeah. They had the IGP Super Junior Tag Championship at the same time with the Ring of Honor, real quick. Remember they beat the Red Dragon. I mean, they had a pretty good fucking year.
They actually brought a PWG show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and also, we're on a PWG card. I mean, they actually had a pretty good fucking year. Had a great match with fucking Young Bucks in the Super Junior tournament. Probably was the best match of that tournament. So they've had a fucking unbelievable year.
Yeah. Which I can't wait. Which I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. End of the year on December 31st. Probably that day. Me, Chris, Oscar, and hopefully Toby and Bruce can get into this so we can rank our top 100 wrestlers of the year. So that's gonna be a lot of work to do on the site too.
You know what? I want to go back to the website. Go back to the awards. I don't know if you can, Skits. Is there a way maybe you can tell our listeners? Is there a way who's leading the categories? Is there a possible way or?
Sure. not that many start. I'm saying not that many people start voting.
I guess it's obviously because it started today, so maybe you can vote.
I can. Give me a sec.
Right?
I'll give you.
Do it now. Whenever you can.
Okay, I can tell you the person who vote. You guys want to know that, or keep it anonymous?
It doesn't really matter.
What do you say?
It doesn't
you
matter.
don't embarrass them.
Okay, right now, the wrestler of the year, Daniel Bryan for the males and AJ Lee for females. Young Bucks for tag team of the year. NXT wrestler of the year is Bo Dallas.
What?
Is in the league.
Well, wait a minute.
Hold on. Repeat that again.
Okay, then who else is it going to be? Who else is it going to be?
Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas, NXT wrestler.
Oscar, relax.
NXT champ.
Oscar, wait. I know you hate the guy. I know you wish him aid. But he's pinned everybody, and he's been the champ the whole fucking year. Who else would you not give it to but Bo Dallas?
Sami
right?
Zayn, I probably would have voted for Sami Zayn.
He beat him.
Fuck him.
Look, I know you.
Hey, remember,
but Bo Dallas is the NXT fucking wrestler of the year. I hate to say it. He's not my favorite. He's not my favorite guy. But the motherfucker beat everybody.
In the lead for stable of the year is the Shield. In the lead for pay-per-view of the year is Bound for Glory. In the lead for match of the year.
That's the pay-per-view of the year, Bound for Glory?
in the lead so far. You asked what's in the lead, right?
I know it's the lead, but I'm shocked to I hear Bound for Glory. But keep going.
In the lead for match of the year, and this is a while. Gail Kim versus Taryn Terrell.
Oh yeah. That was great. That was great, dude. That was great. How about Taryn coming out of nowhere with that? You know what I mean? Like everyone probably poo-pooed and deleted the fucking show on DVR before they even watched it and heard it the next day. That was great.
Yeah.
Fucking Gail Kim is funny.
In the lead for promotion of the year is WWE. In the lead for rookie of the year is the Shield. That's like not one person.
John Moxley's not a rookie.
I guess you're talking about of what they see on TV.
Now, did you say WWE rookie?
I didn't say rookie of the year. I just said rookie of the year.
Man, I don't understand that shit at all.
Number 9 for most improved, Sheamus is in the lead.
Okay.
All right, you got to call out who voted for that.
You want to know who it is?
Yeah.
Mysterious Messenger.
Call him up now.
Hey, Mysterious, call him up.
Yeah, and Oscar, he's fucking creaming in his pants when I said Bo Dallas is the fucking wrestler.
Yeah, he's probably the dumbass voter for Bo Dallas.
Number 10, Comeback Wrestler of the Year,
Sheamus,
AJ Styles.
Sheamus is what? What is Sheamus? He's the what?
Most
comeback.
What are you improving?
He's the. Yeah, I mean, I thought he digressed. When he first came on the scene, he was awesome. He wasn't my favorite, but he was believable. When he was mean, I thought he's improved. Come on, Mysterious.
Okay.
I think I would have voted maybe Adam Cole or something like that.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Hold on, guys. I got more.
What about Kyle O'Reilly?
Yeah, another name right there, Kyle O'Reilly.
Here we go. Number 10, Comeback Wrestler of the Year, he put AJ Styles. Face of the Year, John Cena. Heel of the Year, Bully Ray. I don't know. Champion of the Year, this is a shocker, Adam Cole.
I can see that, yeah. I can see that.
But coming from him is a shocker. Independent Promotion of the Year, he put PWG. Independent Wrestler of the Year, he put Adam Cole. Best on the Mic of the Year, he put CM Punk, and he put Best Guest on Wrestling Heads Radio, Thrasher.
Okay. There's some I agree, some I disagree with him. But is he the only one that voted, or there was more people that voted?
I haven't checked our email yet. Oh, there's somebody voted on our Twitter. I forgot. Let me check this. Let me check this.
Because coming from that list, I agree with some. I don't really agree with some of this shit votes. But
okay, well, wait.
Steers are voting.
Who would you vote for as heel of the year?
Heel of the year.
Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby.
But
this would be a tough one because there's Adam Cole because the heel turn he had in Ring of Honor. You got Bray Wyatt with his freaking promos, like he's in a different world type promos. You got Dean Ambrose. He's ready to make a splash. He's getting there. There's Randy Orton as well. Fuck it. I mean, that's a tough one. To me, that's a tough one.
You know, as much as I actually hate these people when I watch Raw. Don't forget Stephanie McMahon and Triple H as a group. They're heels. They could be.
I would have voted for them to be the comeback of the year. Pretty much, the Helmsley McMahon regime is back. I would put that the comeback of the year.
I pick people that are on microphone. I got to pick people that actually work. So I don't know. I'm not going to pick them.
If you want to talk about matches wise, like I got to think of a wrestler that was out for a while and he's back in this year, and I don't know, maybe AJ Styles is that person because he had that stupid storyline where he supposedly had to disappear, and look, he's back and he's your TNA World Champ now.
I'm gonna say Sabin. I'm gonna say the comeback here is Sabin. 100%. The dude's X Division champ a few times, and he's a world champ. And coming back from 2 ACLs, and he's banging Velvet. Come on, that's comeback of the year, right? Think about this, kid. 2 ACL injuries back to back, and some of you guys know what an ACL is. You ain't coming back real quick. And he wins a couple X Division titles and gets a hard ass push, and also beats Bully Ray for a world title. Not that he had a long title reign. Name another guy who came back. If we're comparing him and Sheamus as a comeback.
Then again, I'm sorry to shit on him. It is Mysterious Mexican voting. So
it's not Sheamus.
When did he come back?
He hasn't come back yet. But if I'm picking Sabin, and that's just because I thought for 5 minutes. I'm sure if I think for fucking 6 minutes, I could think of someone else. But at the top of my head, a guy who won a major world title and 2 major, I'm going to say Sabin, just because they really did come back from. Tommaso Ciampa is another guy who came back from an injury. This is a guy who's on the verge of might win it. He's on a verge who, I think he might fucking defeat Taven for the TV title. Talk about this. You got a fucking Taven. Here's a match that no one even fucking talks about. And I know we're talking about Ring of Honor is taboo on the show. Listen, here's a match that no one's even talking about. 2 guys fucking going upwards is Tommaso and fucking Taven. Those dudes' future is bright as shit. And they're fucking going to, they're going to collide in a couple weeks here. One of them's going to lose, Ooh.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good match. And I know fucking Skits is a big fucking guy. That's interesting.
Would you say Taven is still a rookie?
How about him? No. I've known him for a while. I don't know about anyone else. But how about him as most improved?
I would say
there's
him
a guy.
Or either, I was going to say, if not rookie of the year, he's definitely most improved because he's developed a character over there at Ring of Honor. With the House of Truth. So. Yeah,
how about? What else would you say? It's hard. I think you just think of it at the top of the head. I think you got to really look for the year. It's sort of like when we're going to do the fucking top wrestlers of 100 of the year. We're really going to fucking hunker down and fucking figure it out. It's not easy. Like I said, I thought for 5 minutes, thought of Sabin. 1 more minute, you think of somebody else. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to go on Voxer. We're going to fucking hash it out.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a comeback year right now. Shit. You know what? Let's see what this card thinks the comeback wrestler of the year should be. It's a 909 area code. 909, who do you think should be the comeback wrestler of the year? You're on WrestlingHeads Radio.
Comeback wrestler of the year? I would say Trent.
Trent. Yeah, Trent.
What do you say? What do you think about Chris Sabin? He's got a TNA World Title victory over a major heel and a couple of X Division titles.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Sabin's been really good. You can't dispute that. But the amount of respect that Chris Sabin's usually up there in the TNA roster as far as favorites of people. You know, he's finally getting the push. But as far as with Trent, he didn't really get that when he was in WWE. But then when he came to PWG, it kind of really changed everything around. I was seeing him everywhere.
I'm talking about aspect of injury, come back from an injury. You know what I mean? I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you meant just in general, like from career. Yeah.
No, I mean like actually. I mean, and also Trent's another guy. I mean, that's what I mean. And here's the thing, and I really wasn't one of those guys. A lot of guys poo-pooed on him when he first fucking started coming to PWG and shit, and I really wasn't into all that. The dude gets a lot of bookings, and when I see him live, I think fucking great. I mean, you know what I mean? That Chuck Taylor Dragon Gate match a couple weeks ago in Queens, and you guys got to fucking watch it. Him versus Chuck Taylor. You know, best friends. I mean,
was that night too?
It was the first night. I'm telling you.
Because the first night's not even on our fucking website.
Gabe fucking emailed me. I didn't ask him about it because I want to fucking buy it. They brought a fucking Tinkerbell fucking birthday balloon in, and they tied it to the corner, and that's how the match started. So that's all because they brought balloons to each other because they were best friends. That's how the match started. So, and imagine Chuck Taylor in that match. He was awesome. So I highly recommend that match. But yeah, Trent, come back. Hey, absolutely. You know, how about a Prove You Wrong award? He definitely won.
I could add that in.
True.
Because you got to admit, there was a lot of people shitting on him.
There was.
I mean, he even had a good match, an X Division match, on TNA. It was with him, TJ. I think it was Austin and fucking Sabin. I'm not fucking sure. Maybe it was Kenny King. I forget, but it was fucking awesome. I remember Skits, me and you were talking about it earlier this year. It's one of Trent's only appearances in TNA this year. They called him Trent Morella or something.
Trent Beretta.
I don't think they call him Trent Beretta, though. I think they called him something else. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It wasn't Trent Beretta. They called him something else. But it was a great match. Yeah, he's definitely a guy to come back.
Yeah. If I had to choose...
You can think of anybody.
If I had to choose my comeback wrestler of the year, it would be super hard to think about that right now. But most improved, just by watching him in person and on TV, this guy's always been a great wrestler. But I just think he's getting better and better, and he's going to be even more better as soon as he gets back in the ring at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And I know he's doing his shit at Ring of Honor right now, but it's Kyle O'Reilly. He's part of one of the best tag teams.
You mean...
Like, I don't know.
What category?
I don't know what this means. I would
what category are you talking about?
I would have voted for Kyle O'Reilly as well. I mean, and Pete...
Most improved.
Okay, oh yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
Yeah, because the guy in PWG is a different wrestler than how he is in Ring of Honor. I mean, like, before I was starting on the PWG show, I just looked at him in Ring of Honor, how he is. But then when in PWG, where he actually shows his talent, I'm like, wow. So
here's one. Bobby Fish. This is a guy who's been fucking... That's what I'm saying. I mean, this is a guy who was a journeyman, Dragon Gate, and all that stuff, and all of a sudden he gets his fucking crack in Ring of Honor with Red Dragon, and motherfucker, he's a fucking... You see him in person in wrestling, like at an event, he's a fucking heel. I mean, fans fucking hate him legit, and he's a great heel live. I don't know if it comes across on television, and I don't know how many times you guys seen him live, but he is legit hated by the crowd. Because he's a dick. He's a dick. And he plays it well, you know. I mean, there got to be a better way to say that. You know what I'm saying? Saying dick and then plays it well does not really work real well. But anyway, you get my point.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, Bobby Fish is another guy who's improved. I mean, I'm sure not in wrestlers' minds. I'm saying in fans' minds.
Yeah.
You go down the line, you know. Like I said, every minute you think of another one.
Yeah. Shit. What would you say? Let me get your opinion, Captain Comic-Con. What's your match of the year?
Match of the year? Ooh. That's
everywhere. Not just here. Any match that you saw this year. Everything's legal.
Live or
it doesn't matter.
Any live or fucking a match that take place on the moon.
Man, I would have to say Cesaro, Zayn, 2 out of 3 falls.
Cesaro versus Zayn?
On NXT. Yeah, on NXT. I think that was probably my favorite match of the year that I've seen. That was just crazy.
So out of all those matches, even in the PWG matches, going to
well, if you think about it, you have Generico versus Claudio. I mean, that's a sick. If it was in PWG, it would just be them, and that's easily a match of the year candidate right there.
True.
Especially 2 out of 3 falls. That's amazing, especially with the way that ended.
I don't know if you got to check out Zayn versus Adrian Neville last week. That's a good match to check out too.
Oh yeah, I have to check that out. I know a couple weeks back on my NXT. I need to get my NXT fixed, but I need to get my Hulu Plus back.
Hulu's free, bro. It's free.
Oh yeah.
Just type in WWE and you get your match. But speaking of NXT, how about we talk about the matches this week on NXT? The card is pretty good. I like it. We got NXT 200 is actually coming up soon, so they're gonna build up Cesaro versus William Regal, which should be great. Any wrestling fan should just fucking stay glued to a fucking chair and just watch that match. But you got Paige versus Natalya. They're gonna be going at it. Should be a good women's wrestling match there. You got Tyson Kidd. He's at NXT also against Leo Cougar. You got Bo Dallas going against Adrian Neville for the NXT title. Also appearing, you got Sami Zayn, Antonio Cesaro. You got Aiden English. You got Regal and more. So be on the lookout for that if you watch NXT. Later on, you'll catch me on my Twitter watching NXT and going over matches and stuff. So follow me, or you can follow the Wrestling Heads Twitter as I watch NXT later on tonight. But yeah, CM Punk still wrestling injured, and I blame Ryback. Fucking Ryback. Now, basically, he's injured wrestling with dealing with back and rib issues. So when it comes to rib issues, I definitely have to go ahead and blame that fucker Ryback for injuring him and that one Raw show. We all saw it. We all see how Ryback doesn't know how to take care of his opponents. But SmackDown's looking pretty good because CM Punk's going against Dean Ambrose. Another match to look forward to. WWE book is getting better, but they need to get better storylines going on. What do you guys think? What are you guys' thoughts of these matches that I just named?
Like whatever. To me, it's like whatever.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good card.
Chris?
Well, what I've read about the Dean Ambrose CM Punk match, I mean, I already know the outcome and the reports on it that I've read. It sounds like it's going to be a great match, and I'm hearing the ending is pretty spectacular. So I'm not going to spill the beans, but I'm hearing that was a match. And guess what? That's not news to anybody out there that it would have been. So I'm just happy that I get a chance to see a Moxley CM Punk match on national television. That to me, always makes me happy that those guys are getting the shine right now. I look at it that way. I don't just look at. I look at little things. I don't look at the overall card, or I just look at the guys that I've been watching that are getting pushed.
Hold on, Chris. Let's call David Jackson now.
Hello?
David Jackson?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? Welcome to Wrestling Heads Radio. You were live.
All right, excellent. Glad to be back, guys. How y'all doing?
We were just talking about Dean Ambrose and CM Punk's match coming up in SmackDown, but now we're ready to talk about some wrestling cares. What's going on this weekend?
All right, let's talk about something that really matters. That's right. Thank you.
It's the Final Four. You get the Final Four this weekend.
Right, the big Final Four.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're excited about it. We got 4 of clearly the best wrestlers, best unsigned wrestlers in the world. Of course, we all are very familiar with the work of the whole shebang, Johnny Gargano. I'm not sure if you guys talked about Wrestling Cares at all yet on the show, but I'll be happy to start the conversation. Johnny Gargano, Dragon Gate legend, going one-on-one against Greek god Papadon, the best unsigned talent in the world, as he likes to put it. And, of course, the other half of the Final Four, the king of the 450, Splash, Steve Anthony, Louisiana's own, against the world-famous Adam Win-Win, Adam Cole. Can't wait. I'm loving it, and I'm eager to see how it goes down. Race for the ring. By the way, this time, guys, we usually have been doing the big scoreboard thing for 10 minutes, and the guy who scores the most points wins like a Iron Man match on speed. This time, 15-minute time limit. So guys get a little more time to really work it out and work each other to death and see who comes out the better man.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that. All the matches that you guys got booked, definitely 5-star matches. And, I'm just going to let you know who I think is going to win. I'm hoping. My favorite, I'm hoping Johnny Gargano goes out there and gets the ring.
Yeah.
Actually, we had a question about the ring. I'm going to let Oscar ask that question. Go ahead, Oscar.
Dion? Oscar? Oh, I hope we didn't lose Oscar.
I remember his question. I remember his question. His question was,
okay. Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you couldn't hear me, but I was going to ask him. We heard there's a rumor going around that after the tournament, you guys are planning to have a tag team tournament. Would you like to address that rumor?
Well, actually, I'll address that rumor by saying that for the first time in Wrestling Cares history, this Saturday, we are doing our first ever tag team championship tournament. It's called the Golden State Tag Team Championship. It's only 4 teams, 3 matches, 1 winner. We have who we consider the best talents that have been in tag teams in Southern Cal coming together for this. We got the Ballard brothers, Shane and Shannon Ballard, who, if anybody who's a wrestling fan knows, those guys been around 10 years kicking ass up and down, right? For the first time ever, we're bringing Scorpio Sky in. And now originally, a little unknown secret, but originally the plan was to pair Scorpio Sky with, of course, Hollywood Joey Ryan, which would be phenomenal, as those guys used to be a tag team, or part of a stable, rather, back in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla back in the day. But Joey Ryan, of course, had a prior commitment and needed to be in New York. So we got Ryan Taylor to fill in for the last second. And for those who don't know, Ryan Taylor happens to be part of probably the most successful indie tag team in Southern California, the Fallen Empire with Mondo Vega. Those guys have held the Empire Wrestling Tag Team Championship. I lost count. It must be like years, going on years now. So we're putting in with Scorpio Sky, and we know those two guys are like oil and water. They probably won't get along all that well, but it's fascinating to see two of the best wrestlers in SoCal as a team. And, of course, we're bringing back two of our favorites, Timothy Thatcher and Old School Oliver John. They wrestled each other earlier in the year at Wrestling Cares. This time they're going as a tag team, two of the most technical wrestlers in the world. Both of them could give, William Regal a wrestling lesson. That's how good those guys are. But they're going to be a team, and we're facing them with Ring of Honor's own Rocky Romero and Alex Coswell. We're bringing those guys in special. They both actually live in Southern California, so it's going to be really cool to see all those guys go at it in the Golden State Tag Team Tournament. And, yes, to get back to your question, we are sort of using this as sort of like a precursor to see how the tag team thing would work. So, yes, to give you the short answer, we are planning a tag team version of Race for the Ring in the future, but we'd like to see how it works here first. The answer is yes, we're planning a tag team thing.
Okay. I'm definitely pumped to see the Hooligans at Wrestling Cares. Definitely one of the best tag teams out there right now, top 5 for sure.
That's right.
And David, if it's gonna happen, the tag team tournament, if say you guys try to do it, hopefully you guys bring in the Young Bucks. I mean, they're the best tag team in the world. They're from California.
They are.
Yep, and hopefully you can bring them in and also another tag team. I'd love to see you bring in if you can. I know you had Caprice Coleman in the past. Maybe you could bring his partner, Cedric Alexander, CNC Factory from Ring of Honor.
CNC. Yeah. Hell yeah. They're phenomenal, too. I'd love that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of possibility there, much like we did with this first Race for the Ring to bring in, the best singles guys from all over the country. We would love to do that with tag teams. And honestly, as the president of Wrestling Cares, I would say that might even work better for the whole Race for the Ring scoreboard thing using teams than just singles. But we'll see. It's definitely something that we got planned and I'd love to do and that you should look for in the future because that is a perfect fit for Wrestling Cares. Good question. Thank you.
Okay, man.
I have a question. The ring. Whoever wins the ring, will they be holding that ring like it's a title and putting it on the line, or we have another ring for another tournament? How do you guys going to work that?
Another great question. So Race for the Ring works like this. It's kind of like the NFL, like the Super Bowl. Basically, we do a big playoff. We do the Race for the Ring tournament. The guy who wins at the end is the champion. He gets the ring. He keeps that ring. He's the champ. He gets to keep it. And it doesn't get defended unless the next tournament the same guy shows up to go through the whole tournament all over again. So it's like a whole new season starts, just like in sports. The champion is the champion. Nobody beats him for it. We just start over with the whole new championship. And that's kind of something that Wrestling Cares wanted to do to separate ourselves because we definitely feel, and I know we're not alone, there are wrestling fans, hell, they're probably wrestling heads, if you know what I mean, that agree with it.
Yeah.
There are just way too many damn belts in independent indie wrestling. We need to limit that, come up with new ideas, innovate, change the way people think about it, because there's just too many damn belts and too many damn champions in this little city, that little city. We should come up with new ways to award our champions. Because the reality is, and we all know this, the only belts that actually matter is WWE titles. And in reality, unfortunately, that's how it goes. So if you have a belt that's just for like your one local indie promotion in your city, how many people really care about that? So we need to find new ways to, make championships important to the indies, find new ways to elevate talent and make it seem more important. And we think championship ring, doing it more like sports and less like sports entertainment and wrestling, is the way to go about doing it.
Yeah, definitely. Me and the guys were actually talking about that. We were like, that person that wins the ring, or they have to put that on the line, or is like, football, you're two-time champs,
right.
three-peat, So basically, if you guys keep going doing this, somebody could probably be a three-peat winner or a back-to-back winner, which would be
exactly.
Super
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Super dope. And way more important than, like, you know, random Indy Star guy who's, like, won the local Indy belt, like, 5 times in the same year. Like, people stop losing count. Nobody thinks about it or even cares at some point. So that's why we're doing this, to make it a little different. And you can bet if, like, let's say Johnny Gargano wins the whole thing, or, like, I don't know, Papa Don wins the whole thing, if he comes back the next year and wins it again, people will mention, yeah, dude did back-to-back Wrestling Cares Race for the Ring. So it's something that separates itself, makes it different, makes it more important. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. It is going down this weekend, September 7th.
December 7th.
December.
Oh, yeah, I wish it was September. That'd be nice. Well, nice weather.
But yeah. September here. Shoot me. December 7th. December 7th this weekend. Me and Oscar will be in the house, so you better be in the house. You tell your friend's friend to be in the house, and your friend's friend's friend to be in the house. We need to pack this place up. Wrestling Cares, one of the best promotions out right now.
Thank you.
Everybody just put the word out. David, you want to give out the address where the fans can find the event this Saturday?
Yes, but before I do that, I want to say there's one other very special person who will absolutely be there, and that is LA's own Shelly Martinez, Funtime Shelly. We know and love her. And, yes, you get the chance to meet her up close and personal. It's a great thing. Just come to Wrestling Cares, and that address is at the American Legion Post, 5309 Sepulveda Boulevard in Culver City. That's Saturday, this Saturday, December 7th. Doors open at 6 to meet Shelly and our crew. Show starts at 7 p.m., and don't miss it. It's incredible. We got a lot more matches even than just our Final Four in the Golden State Tag Team Championship. We also have the returning Katarina Lee, as we know her as Winter, and she's battling Tracy Taylor, who is just an awesome wrestler. She's like this awesome Hawaiian surfer girl who kicks butt. Katarina Lee is wrestling her in the Les Thatcher's Ladies Beat the Champ series. How that works is Winter has basically beaten everybody we put her up against, and that should continue here until the Race for the Ring ends, which is January. We have our last ladies match. I don't know if Tracy wins here. She takes Katarina's title and will appear at the next Wrestling Cares. If not, Winter rolls on. Winter rolls on through January.
We saw what she did to Miss Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah. I hope Taylor's all right, man. I guess you face Winter, you're never the same. That's for men and women alike, perhaps. Yeah. Oh, also one other match I got to talk about real quick.
Drake and DJ?
Drake Younger's coming back to Wrestling Cares to avenge the only loss he's had with us. He was in Race for the Ring, and damn it, if I may say so, he probably should be in that Final Four, but the reason why he's not is because of DJ Hyde, and they're going to wrestle in what I think our buddy Les Thatcher is calling a technical challenge, which should be interesting for both those guys. It basically means they got to just like straight up wrestle, no closed fists, no chairs, none of that stuff. And as we both know from both of them, DJ Hyde's CZW Combat Zone, Drake Younger's been a deathmatch king. They can't help themselves. So I'm curious to see how that one will go. But yeah, it's going to be a great match. Yeah.
Definitely. But Dave, we wanted to thank you for being on the show. We'll see you this Saturday. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you guys for having me, man.
We'll definitely get you on a little early next time.
Yeah, thanks, man. You know, post Thanksgiving, the holidays are crazy, but I appreciate coming on Wrestling Heads Radio. Always a fun time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, take care, David.
All right. Later.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow us at Wrestling Heads. Follow me at WH Skits. Follow Oscar at
Senator632.
And also check our website at WrestlingHeads.com, ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingHeads. And we're out, ladies and gentlemen. Follow Chris too, our OH code. Peace.